All right, everybody. Jason Grandon here with the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. I know some of you are going to be looking at your podcast sheet here, and you're going to be like, "What is going on here? Second day in a row, another podcast?" Because I always tell you I'm going to be next week, and then it's 2 weeks later or something like that. But yes, so today was actually too good not to come back and do a podcast on this because I believe this is gonna motivate sellers. This is gonna motivate buyers. This is gonna motivate you. So, anyways, Jason Grandon here. New episode of the LOCKBOX brought to you by the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. Now we are officially in Payson, Prescott, Sedona, Flagstaff, Camp Verde, Scottsdale, Phoenix, the whole Phoenix area, Maricopa County, Chandler, Queen Creek, you name it, we're covering Arizona. Our team is fantastic, and we're going to get taken care of you. Best marketing out there, and different type of marketing. We're not just, hi, we're going to take a little picture of your house and throw it on the MLS. No, we got great marketing. We got full card stock, pictures, single property websites. We're pushing it out to realtors across the world to get your house sold and stuff. And so, hey, if you're willing to work with us, we're going to work with you, and we're going to make some good stuff happen. Okay, so today, just finish up showing some houses, and I was excited to get back and do this. And I'm like, I know some of you are going to be like, well, I can't believe it's second day in a row, because we've had, since yesterday, I don't know, looks like, 29 downloads since yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, we did the first podcast, and it's going up. So, anyways, by the end of the week, it'll be 100 and some, and then by the end of the next week, we get, there's about 1,200 of you listening right now, so we're looking to grow that, and which we will. Anyways, I digress. So, I'm driving around today, showing some houses, and I know we talk about different things on, hey, if you had a crystal ball, we'd all be rich, right? So, driving around, and I drop my son off at school, and then I get talking to one of the neighbors, and I get talking to one of the business owners over there. And I noticed that this lot across from Fry's has been vacant for many years. Many years it's been vacant. All of a sudden it's fenced up. They start broken ground on it and stuff. So I'm like, I'll check to see what's going on around here. And it just kind of clicked. Now, this is something that me personally, I already knew. And I'm sure many of you already knew this too. But for whatever reason, it just kind of came together today. So I'm like, hey, what are they building over there? And they're like, oh, they're building a Whole Foods. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then there's a couple pads going up too, which will probably be like, not a Starbucks because there's one across the street, but something to that effect. Maybe a Panera, maybe something that's drive-through, maybe a Sweetwater's. I don't know, but something. But Whole Foods is going to be the main tenant in this new shopping subdivision. And I think there's also a Petco or PetSmart going in. And so then if you go a few miles up the road, and I'm talking like 2 or 3 miles up the road, there's a huge another Fry's, with just one right across the street here. 2 or 3 miles up there, another Fry's. Plus, they put in a McDonald's, a Chick-fil-A, and some Burroughs. And then you got Norterra Parkway right there. So, this is what the podcast is about. If you guys are thinking about buying and selling, areas of development. Now, if you and I, some of us live over there, I don't want all this crap around me. I want to move. Okay, that's fine. Some people want the convenience to have everything right there. That's great too. That makes it a perfect time to buy and sell for you. Okay? So listen, these companies come in, Chick-fil-A, Home Depot, Fry's, Whole Foods, you name it. Some of your big places, they come in. They don't just find a vacant spot. They're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to plop a Fry's right there. They do a mass amount of research. I'm talking a ton. And sometimes 3 or 4 years in advance. So this project may have been going on for a while, but generally, these companies like that do a massive amount of market research before they just commit to, putting a big building in. So Home Depot's, Walmart's, it's huge. In fact, Walmart alone will keep some logistic companies and companies like that do that kind of survey stuff in business just by themselves. That could be their only client. So it got me thinking. I'm like, okay, so they're putting Whole Foods in there, And I'm looking around, and it's desert as you go up the road, but they're starting to build more. There's a new community there, Copperleaf, which is about sold out. Up the road a little bit more, they sold out of the Taylor Morrison homes, and then up the road from that, another, and this is all within a 2-3 mile max radius. Up the road from that, they've got a brand spanking new 500 development going in. So it just got me thinking, and I wanted to pass this stuff on to you guys. If you see a big piece of lot, you're living in Waddell, you're living in Surprise, you're living wherever you're living, and you see a big lot, and I'm talking 15, 20 acres, that's got a big fence around it, finally sells. First of all, it's easy to find out what's going in there. You can just check the county records. But you find out what's going in and stuff. Odds have it that land or that lot has been sold or at least tied up for a considerable amount of time, and they're putting something big in. It's a good idea to follow these companies sometimes. Walmart is not going to build a super center on a piece of dirt unless they know the immediate area has X amount of traffic coming through there. Now, secret on some of this is it going to be an upscale area? Or is it going to be kind of just, a little shady, stuff like that? Let me tell you, and I'm not, I am kind of dissing smoke shops and stuff, but if you get a strip mall in there they put in, and they let cigarette stores go in, liquor stores, smoke shops, that kind of stuff, if they let that go in there, that's the demographic that's in that area, and that's what's going to be drawn over there. And you're going to see these usually on the backside of apartments, quite honestly. You're not going to see these kind of stores on the backside of $1 million house. You're going to see them kind of apartments, stuff like that. So, but if you see Walmart's, Fry's, Whole Foods and stuff, you can bet they did a demographic search, which is going to have a demographic of X amount of dollars per capita, per person in that area. That is a signal that it's a good time to buy or sell, for that matter. You're going to get a little bit more than the place up the road because it's an area where people want to be. People like to be close. They all complain about how they want to be out, but yet when it comes down to it, they get home and they forgot milk. They like to run to the store in 5 minutes instead of 30. So, anyways, I was excited about that today when driving back. That I was just anxious to get back here and just kind of tell you guys about that. So if you see these kind of things going in, if you can investigate it, call us, the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team, and we'll find out what's going in there. But development is good in many factors, okay? I know we can have the argument of, it's not good, it's a pain in the rear, blah, 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 but it's actually good. In this case here, you've got a Whole Foods going into an area where generally, and this is over in the Norterra Parkway I'm talking about, generally the houses have been good for anywhere from, let's just say, $400,000 to about $700,000. Now, we are not seeing that anymore, and I know for a fact, because I just got back from showing, houses are $700,000. I showed one $950,000. So, and these are kind of the more standard tract type homes. The prices are going up, and partly because of all the growth that's going on there. They've got this big semiconductor plant going in directly across the street. Phase 1's done, which is absolutely huge. There's 6 more phases of this, along with other types of developments that are going around that whole development there. So it's just mass growth. And listen, when they're building a new housing development right by you, that's a good thing, because those numbers are going to be comped off the numbers that you've been selling in your neighborhood. So if Lennar Homes is going in next to you and they're going to start their homes in the mid-6s and your house has been selling in the mid-5s, guess what? You got instant equity, because a lot of people, one, don't want to wait for a new build. 2, there's a lot that goes into a new build. I mean, I know it's great, and fortunately, the houses I've had have always been new builds, but I can tell you the next one's not going to be, just because when you buy a brand new build home, and I'm not discounting this because it's a blast and it's a great experience, just keep in mind, generally, you buy a new build home, you've got to go in and you've got to get ceiling fans, washer, dryer, fridge, window coverings, which are expensive, front yard landscaping, backyard landscaping, maybe a pool, barbecue. And then you've just got all this little stuff just to get the house so you can keep it dark at night so you're not getting blasted with the sun. So some of those people just don't want to deal with it. They want to deal with a house that's been lived in, It's already, kind of went through the trial period that you've already fixed up, and they're willing to spend more. The values are going up, folks. So the bottom line, if you see the development, it's a good thing. If you're thinking about selling, it's a great time to maybe jump on that wagon. And that should be part of the marketing program too. If you hire a realtor other than the Grandon Group, which you shouldn't, but if you do, you're not hiring the Grandon Group, you hire your friend who just got their license and hasn't been in the business and they think they can sell it, make sure that that's part of the marketing program. It doesn't have to be the first thing on there. Hey, new fries going in, buy this house, but it should be incorporated in there. Beautiful 2-story home, corner lot in beautiful Norterra Parkway. We've got the most incredible sunsets. This 3-bedroom, 2-bath house has a pool that's perfect for entertaining. The kids will love it. Great schools in the area. Oh, and by the way, 2024, they're building a brand new Whole Foods. Walking distance. Bam! You're going to pick up an extra buyers from that, just from that little person who wants to buy next to a Whole Foods. Believe it or not, this is the honest to God truth. I have had people, some of you are going to be like, okay, what's wrong with that? Some of you are going to be like, that's crazy. I have had people literally come to me and they'll be like, Jason, and that one lady I'm thinking about on this is just awesome. But she came to me and she's like, sell my house. So we did. And she's like, I just bought a huge sofa, red, big L shape, so sectional. And so I need to buy a house. I'm like, all right. We looked, I kid you not, at about 30 homes. And I got to the point, I'm like, listen, let me buy the couch from you. I'll buy your couch from you. And let's go get you a house. She's like, nope, I've got to buy a house that will fit my couch. Plain and simple. Crazy as it may be, we finally find a house and stuff, but that's how people are. You're attached to things. People are attached to different things, and so you got to accommodate on that. So those of you that want a new build house, great. Those of you that want a new build house, you can plan on probably paying a little bit more than a resale one around the neighborhood. But those of you that want a resale that has everything done to it, you're in a pretty good position. But it doesn't matter if it's new or used or whatever the case is. Development is good. If there's little strip malls, if there's a outdoor shopping center going in up the road, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, I do have to tell you this is my personal opinion. Some people, and most of you will agree, I think. If you get a house by a shopping center or something, hopefully you're not the house it's backing up to. All right? Makes it harder to sell. Not even kidding with you, but not that the house is bad. It's just that if your house is the one you jump the fence and you're in the parking lot or the back part of a strip mall or something, not good. So you kind of want to watch that stuff. But if you can get in walking distance, maybe where you can't see it and you've got to walk a mile or two, ideal, you're in the money. So just my piece of real estate investment advice when we're out looking at homes and stuff. Development is good. So some of you think, oh, I'm moving way out there. Maybe not. Surprise was like this. And when they started putting in the Home Depot and now you've got the Chick-fil-A's, you've got all these top restaurants going in the ballpark, prices are skyrocketing. That's all there is to it. So, listen, I hope you guys have a great final day of January. I cannot believe we are finally at the end of the first month of 2024. So, thanks also for making this a #1 podcast. You got to listen to yesterday's podcast, Start of Something Good. It was pretty good, and I'm watching it right now, and people are just downloading it. So, thanks for that. And anyways, any questions, you guys shoot it over to me. My sister and I will take care of it. We are all over the valley. We are entering springtime. While the rest of the country's in winter, springtime here is beautiful. So if you're thinking about maybe not coming down to the valley here like Phoenix and Scottsdale stuff, you can certainly go up to Prescott, Payson, Camp Verde, and there's some, I'm telling you, some spectacular places, and we'll be able to keep you cool during the summer. All right, everybody, I'm Jason Grandon with the Grandon Group, Arizona's #1 brother and sister real estate team. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. We're on all the social medias. I don't get on it that much. I'll post a little bit of here and there, just about whatever. But anyways, growth is good. You guys call me if you need anything. And hey, wouldn't it be great if there's a 3rd podcast in a row tomorrow? That'd be 3 in a row. I might just have to do it on a daily basis. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Hope I put a smile on your face, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.